Okay, good afternoon, good morning, Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Very trying week. There's been a lot of soldiers that were killed, and one hits close to home. My neighbor, a close friend of mine, Airley, Rob and Jen's son passed away. Their oldest son, Binyamin, Meir, died literally much Shabbos. So the whole community were just devastated. People die, but it's the first, and we all have kids in the army. Some are doing different jobs, and we were kind of we never thought this would happen really, but the possibility is there. It's 40 kids from the shul, and that was that. And we just finished the shiva, just ended, has mincha just now, and it's just an extremely difficult matzav. These names, every kid that dies, they have a family, and it's devastating. But even though I had a cousin of mine died like the first day, never met the chayal, never met the kid. But this, is my neighbor, very close friend of mine. But that's we gotta go on. And this is the challenges. This is matzav. This is where we are, and we have to move on from here. A couple of takeaways really from the parsha, from listening to the speeches, the shiva. Those people want to listen to it. They live streamed it, so it's it's a YouTube link if anyone wants to see it. It's very inspirational speeches, some Hebrew, some English, and just incredible messages and lessons really, as far as from the father and mother, that there's no regrets. People could always say they should have stayed in fancy five towns. They could have stayed in America, England, where he's from. He could have gone to a Haredi school and no army, but no, there's no regrets. There's no regrets. He did what he was trained to do. He did his tafkid, and that's what he prepared for. And he died at the highest level. At the speech, my rabbi mentioned that at the Suri Malchus, the Reb Shmuel went to Shemayim and he told the others, "This is the tafkid. This is what we have to do. They want to kill 10 to Mitakin, the sin of the brothers. They want to kill the 10 of the Tanaim. This is what it is, but you should know this is the highest level, the highest mechitza. There's no other separation between Hashem and people that are most nefesh, kiddush Hashem. So there's no higher place." And I'm sitting there listening to it. So it's not really devastating for Binyamin. It's not devastating for him because he's in a better place, the highest place you can get to. It's just devastating for us because there's people in the community that are just suffering. And these are people that are, giborim. These are the pillars. My good friend Rob Airley, he's a recruiter. He helps people get jobs. He's on different tzedakah organizations. He's going to different houses all the time, collecting money. He started, he's about Tshuva. His parents aren't from. And he really leaps and bounds what he's done with his life. And me to see him a couple of years ago, goes to Daf Yomi, and just very inspirational. And his wife Jen, besides spiritually helping people, ruchnius and svarim and giving classes. Also, beguf. She gives training classes for women and people literally healthier and living better lives. And so just inspirational people. And, we hope that they have the strength and the courage to kind of continue and get stronger from it, and hope we can kind of, get our kochos and our strength from the Airleys. A couple of lessons really on the parsha. We talk about ladders. We talk about sulam, and one thing that kind of hit, the mother Jen wanted everyone to kind of sign a book, your name, your phone number, and a mitzvah, a ma'aser you're going to take on, something you're going to prove. Ilya Nishmas, the Binyamin Meir, and whole week I'm thinking, like something that is in my ballpark. So in one thing that came to mind is really an ayin tov, to kind of be less judgy with people and look at everyone more favorably. In Pirkei Avos, Shrimin Chamarv, talk about judging people until you're in their place. And the question, what does that mean until you're in their place? You can't judge someone. And the rabbi mentioned the fact that you don't do something or do something and the other person doesn't do it, you think it's your excuse is their excuse. Why would I not go to shul? Well, I'm up late working or didn't have a coffee, so I'm late to shul. So I see the next guy going to shul. I think, oh my gosh, that dude must be tired because he worked too late or didn't have a coffee. I kind of take my issue and what would cause me to be late, why he's late. Oh, he didn't say thank you, or he didn't give me a seat. Well, he's kind of a jerky because I wouldn't do that. And you know what? It's you can't really judge someone until you're in their place. And one of the lessons of the parsha is a sulam, ladder. Ladders. And again, what's the purpose of a ladder? What's going on here? And I actually said this a year and a half ago at my nephew's bar mitzvah, according to Ali Shore. And we talked about everyone has a ladder. So I got up there, it was like Shashuda's time, I think it was, and I said, everybody in this room has a ladder. And I remember my other nephew, Avi Gord's like, do I have a ladder also? Do I get a ladder? What's he saying? What's he saying? So trying to explain, not really a ladder, but a ladder. That's Mutzav Arza and Roshu Megiah Shemaima. Everybody has a ladder, meaning all our actions started from the ground, but the head of it can go to Shemayim, and there's different levels of this. And everyone has a ladder. Yaakov is not called Kadosh until this point. The Meir says we bench. Tonight we're going to bench Kadoshenu, Kadosh Yaakov. We say Kadosh is Yaakov. And the question is, Avram was Kadosh, Yitzchak was Kadosh, Moshe was Kadosh, Shmuel Hanavi was Kadosh, Pinchas. Kadoshenu, Kadosh Yaakov. Why contributed Kedusha to Yaakov? Because Yaakov was the one who kind of, as the Medrash say, hit the wall. After living 84 years and then another 14 years learning Shem Eber, he was now leaving the Torah world and facing a world that he never saw before. And to him, this was a low world, and it was kind of like this wall. He had this wall of Torah, learning by Yitzchak, learning Torah all the time, Yoshevalim, and now that world is gone. And now we learn all about Yaakov. We learned getting married, children, working. There's Elias just dedicated just to how to raise animals. That's not that important. We mentioned 0 learning Torah. Medrash talks about that. Ishtam Yoshvahalim, that's Torah. Medrash picks up on the Torah part. If you really just open up a chumash, all you really know about Yaakov is he made lentil soup, and he stole brachas, and he knew how to make the animals a certain color. Oh, wow, what's special about him? And the Sefer Shalom says, the opposite. The ability to take your daily work and marriage and having children, take your daily stuff to a higher level, that's Kedusha. Ases, los ases, that's in the Torah, But to now dedicate and to elevate the areas that are called rishus, the optional things that you don't have to do or stay away from, not eating chametz on Pesach, that's make you kadosh. It's in the Torah. Tzedakah, I'm kadosh. That's in the Torah. But how do you kind of behave yourself in things that are not a mitzvah or an aveira? Going to work. Am I working too much? Am I doing the right thing? Am I honest with my job? That's kedusha. Children, they can do what they want on their phones. They don't have to learn. They just sit at home and do nothing. Well, I don't have to. Is there a mitzvah to really? Well, this is kedusha. The optional areas. This huge area, this huge window of yahadus, of Yiddishkeit. This whole area is kedusha. That's where you become kadosh. And this is really the point that Sefer Shalom talks about. That this is special for Yaakov. Avram mitzaseh chesed. Boom. Yitzchak gvura lo saseis fear of Hashem. Boom. This kedusha, this whole gap, this whole area of rishus, of finding Hashem, in the optional stuff, in the stuff that's not really mandatory, and elevate that. That's the big thing. As Shalom quotes this a million times, is Malart's Kinyanecha. David davening every morning, Malart's, Hashem filled the world, Malart's Kinyanech with your Kinyanim. And he teaches that, no, the point is that we have to take the stuff, elevate it, so now we're koning it for Hashem. The computer's a computer. But if I do the right thing with a computer, I'm literally connecting this as a kinyan for Hashem. Going to a steak dinner at the restaurant. It's just a steak dinner. Well, if I'm doing it for Shalom Bayis, and I'm trying to maybe talk to a friend, try to elevate the pain of a friend, then you're taking the chicken and the steak and you're actually making it to a little bit higher of a conversation, to a higher mitzvah. So that's kind of really the Kiddush of Yaakov. And the point with the Sulam is everything in the world is in the world. All these earthly things. Not talking about Gemara, Chumash, Mishnayos, that's already a Kadosh thing. But regular stuff, the chair, pictures on the wall, everything's in this world, but can made to a higher level. Sulam Mutzav Arza, Baroch Megia Shemaima. Every person has their stuff, and it's up to us to kind of elevate it. This goes up and down the ladder. And that's Malachim. Malachim are the tzaddikim of the world that take their stuff and can raise it. And the point of Sulam, we said everyone has a ladder. There's 2 points of that. Everyone has a ladder, meaning everyone has their job to do. Everyone has a job to do. When I saw hundreds of people the past few days at this Shiva, all over Eretz Yisrael, all different walks of life, Chiloni, I don't like to say the word actually, non-religious, religious, Hasidic people, Long Yeshiva boys, you had Nissan Black, the singer, was there, heard Rebo was there, Razia, different singers were there, Rabbi the Shul, guys in our shul that are volunteering, a lot of women helping out, and people all over the community, people from Rampet Shemesh Gimel and Dalit and different areas. I saw a cousin of mine who in the army, that's his job, to go to these places. So you really see a guy I saw who was my bunk in Dor Golding from the early 80s. Look at that dude. So again, a lot of people, and I looked there, and I'm saying, you know what? Not everyone's had a kippah on. Not all the women were dressed tznius. You know what? That's their thing. They have their own ladder. And when I saw the people this week, I said, a lot of ladders here. Everyone's got their own Yetzer Hara, their own Yetzer Tov, their own background. Some people know that they should dress a certain way. Some people have no idea. Some people have no idea you're supposed to dress a certain way or it's important or not. And that's between them. They have their own issues. They have their own situation. But they came to show respect to the Chayal, to Binyamin. And that's down Kaf's list. They really came for a big mitzvah. They're showing support for my friend Rob and Jen. And that's the one point of Sulam Arza. Everyone has a Sulam. The other point is everyone has not just a Sulam, everyone has their own Sulam. So besides everyone having, a tafkid in life, it's their tafkid. It's their situation. I got my game plan. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm bad at. That's my game plan. The neighbor has his own plan. Well, he doesn't daven as much as me. You know what? He grew up this way. He has his own things to worry about. He's better in some things than I am. He's a more friendlier guy than me, perhaps. And that's kind of where the 2 lessons of Sulam Mitzvah Arza. Everyone has a Sulam, and everyone has their own ladder. And as long as Yeshua Shalom says, as long as you're in the Mizgeres, as long as you're in the confines of the ladder, then you still have Hashem Nitzav Alav. Hashem will watch over you. And the point for us is to stay on the ladder. You may be on step 1. Maybe you'll be on the ladder today. Maybe, this video will say, I'm going to improve this in my life, or I'm going to improve that. And today will be step 1. I really want to try to be tahar, and Hashem will help me be kadosh, or whatever. But the point is, we're on a ladder. Whether you're step 1, step 50, step 105, we're on a ladder, and we're all trying to get to our tafkid. And hopefully we have a Shabbos that's quiet. Hopefully we have a Shabbos that no soldiers get hurt, no soldiers get killed. And hopefully the ceasefire leads to people being freed. And we go on from there. And with that, Shabbat Shalom.